having been home for about a year, and some of your kiddos may have already been going to school. But I think as we approach this new way of being, specifically post pandemic, what are some of the concerns that you have or that you did have when your kiddos were going back to school? Here's some examples of what we came up with: the screen time, stress, setting boundaries, deadlines. Steph, I don't know, what about your girls? What were some of the things you were thinking about?
We went through the gamut of that. Finding personal space for us with having them at home and me at home still trying to work as well. Keeping the focus within our house was a challenging thing. And just setting boundaries for us and giving each other that that personal space that we needed and the graciousness of time.
Yeah, and when I look at these concerns aren't just specific to back to school. These concerns are all year round for me. So essential oils have been critical in helping to support my family in these times. So as a classroom teacher, and many of the teachers in where I live here in Virginia are just beginning to go back into the classroom. So I wanted to share a little bit specifically for teachers, some things that you can do to nourish yourself. Think about your learning space and environment. And I know in some places students are structured 3 to 6 feet apart. Think about what else you can do in your physical environment to make it as homely and friendly as possible with kiddos coming back in. Of course, routine, being consistent with your schedule. That is always something that helps. The predictability of it all helps to keep us in a rhythm and a routine. Um, as much as possible in a safe way, encourage those physical activities and brain breaks. And there's so many things that kids can actually do in their own personal space, just moving around and playing brain and thinking games in that way to help reduce some of the cognitive load that they're experiencing. Um, for people who have their kiddos at home, virtual play dates and social dates. I don't know about you, but that has been a lifesaver for me with my kids, giving them an opportunity to Zoom or FaceTime with friends. That's really been helpful. Quiet time, time to restore, time to relax, building that in on a daily basis, helping to calm down the body and mind, um, has gotten us through many a difficult days. Um, just take it one day at a time. You know, these are hard times, and we are finally seeing what may be close to the end of these times, but we are still taking these steps one at a time. So that's important to be mindful of. Big picture, what's most important? What do we want at the end of the day? We want our students and our families and ourselves to be happy and healthy and whole. Um, Always give yourself grace. Setting boundaries and hours. That resonates with me right now as I am pulled in so many different directions. So that's a constant reminder to just take care of myself and take care of all of ourselves, and just to be fluid and flexible um, as we navigate through these times. So I want to pass it over to Steph to talk about the importance of a strong immune system.
Oh, absolutely. Especially during this time, a strong immune system is essential to our health and well-being. And there are several ways in which we can go about strengthening our immune system. Healthy choices in eating. Start your week out with planning what you and what your family will eat for the week. If we take the time for that upfront planning, um, we're going to be more successful at the end of the day with eating healthy. Um, Adding in That sunshine and exercise, as Angie has said, is just so healthy for the mind and body, and does boost the immune system as well. Getting a restful night's sleep, setting those patterns and setting boundaries of when, especially our children, now that they're so driven with electronics, of setting those boundaries of when they need to be off. And making that a hard decision for them of you'll be off by 8 o'clock and starting winding down for bedtime, keeping them on normal sleep patterns as well as ourselves on normal sleep patterns. A lot of us tend to get the kids to bed and then start our next round of adventures that we need to get done, but really taking the time for ourselves and respecting our bodies and minds as well, and resting them. Um, Adding essential oils into every part of that is very, very helpful to help rest the mind, the body, and increase your immune support. Um, and then thinking about really what are you putting in your body, what are you using on your body, and what type of exposure do you have. That reflecting reducing the toxins that you're exposed to. That's one of the things I love about the essential oils, and using them in every facet of our being, is we can rest assured that by using them, there is no chemical constituents in them. It's all 100% natural for our body, which also helps benefit us fully and helps increase our immune system.
Great. Thank you, Stephanie. So Stephanie talked a little bit a few seconds ago about healthy food choices, which again is critical in boosting our immune system and keeping us well. So what are some things that we can do to help to develop these healthy food choices and healthy food habits? Well, some things, which is what I did prior to hopping on this call, was just easy prep so kids can make food for themselves. I've got two girls. One's 14, pretty self-sufficient-ish, and I have another one who's 9. So they're getting around in the kitchen, but there's some systems that I put in place prep-wise to make sure that they can take care of themselves. Lots of whole foods, fruits and vegetables, eating the rainbow of colors, introducing lots of different fruits and vegetables. Side note, we just cooked plantains for the first time, and the kids loved it. So another thing to add into the repertoire. Healthy snacks, nuts, homemade bars, love rice cakes. My kids love those little veggie straws. Adding in healthy fats, guacamole, hummus with veggie dippers. Those are always things that we enjoy to have around the house. In terms of sugars, we try really hard to reduce the sugar and use natural sweeteners. Now that I'm more mindful of that, I've found that there's so many artificial sugars in just about everything. So I'm really having to just be vigilant about loading up on whole live foods in the home. Smoothies, Doterra has a wonderful line of supplements and powders we just launched to make smoothies. So adding that to the fruits and veggies are just delicious, yummy. Oatmeal, my kids do not love oatmeal. I do, and I load mine up with nuts, dried fruits, sunflowers, seeds, and such. Protein, protein, protein. That's where we get our energy to focus. And we can't say enough about water. Water, water all day long. We keep nothing in the house besides coffee and tea. And the occasional bottle of wine and water. So water, water everywhere. And Stephanie, I feel like I've heard you talk about in the past how you've used essential oils in your water. Want to tell us about what we have here?
Oh, absolutely. This is actually one of the ways I've gotten my youngest to drink more water. So if you're struggling within your household with yourself and or your children, adding a few drops of essential oil to your water as you can see here in the picture, we're showing the lemon and the spearmint, but other things that I like to use in it is anything citrus. One of my favorites is the tangerine and green mandarin. Just adds a nice, refreshing taste to the water. Along with the lemon, adding it to the water helps to detoxify, which is a nice way to start out my day. But one thing I do want to make note is if you are adding it to your water with doTERRA essential oils and the potentness of the oils, 2 drops is sufficient for your large bottle of water. Also be mindful of what you're putting it in. You cannot use the oils in plastic bottles um, unless they're BPA free and or stainless steel glass cups. But the general plastic cups, we will tell you not to use the essential oils in them. A great way to get kids to use or to drink more water.
Thanks, Steph. And then lastly, I left this last one off for the end because I really want to just dive deep into supplements. And I think in some of our other videos, we've all talked about Doterra's wonderful line of lifelong vitality supplements, which we can't say enough in terms of energy, overall wellness. These supplements, you will have several opportunities to learn more about what we have to offer in that realm. So some ideas around different recipes that you can do at home with your kiddos or with yourself. And I think this is a great, I love cooking because it's very therapeutic for me. So in thinking about essential wellness and self-care, this is just a wonderful way to do that. So feel free to snip this or take a screenshot of this yummy cinnamon and applesauce baked oatmeal. Like I said before, I love oatmeal. This is just a yummy recipe with all natural ingredients. You can use the melted vegan butter. You can use standard butter if you wish, but you've got your cinnamon, you've got your maple syrup, you've got your flax. And the cool thing in thinking about doTERRA, because our essential oils are pure, there are some of these oils that you can actually use in cooking and baking. So as I look at this recipe, which calls for cinnamon, doTERRA actually has a cinnamon oil that you could use to replace this teaspoon of cinnamon. One word of caution when using essential oils in cooking, a standard rule is that we use a toothpick and we dip the toothpick into the essential oil. And then we add the dipped toothpick into the recipe because of the potency of the oils. You may want to play with that when you're cooking these recipes and using certain essential oils. So this yummy cinnamon and applesauce baked oatmeal sounds like a great one for a cool, chilly day. There's also a cocoa banana pudding breakfast, which is so easy. You probably have all of these things at home: banana, unsweetened cocoa powder, cinnamon. There you go. Put it all together. It's a nice big old mash mess, easy for the kids to put together on their own, and it just tastes delicious.
This is one of the ones that
We've
my
also
oldest.
got, yeah.
I'm sorry, Angie. The cocoa banana pudding is one that my oldest loves because she is a chocolate hound. So getting her to eat something like this with the unsweetened cocoa, a little step above a chocolate bar. She's still getting that chocolate fix and getting to have something healthy. So I'm loving this idea.
This is one, Steph, I don't know if you've made the easy chia pudding, but this is one that I actually have done, the overnight chia pudding, which I have to say that the chia seeds adds the thickness. It helps I'm trying to think of the scientific term and it's not coming to my mind, but it expands or thickens and combined with the fruit, and it's just delicious and really easy. So this is a great grab and go when you set it up the night before.
I Yes, I definitely agree with
Not
that.
too thick. It's just really good.
It is good. And it completely changes the texture of the seeds. I love it. So, um, talking nurses notes, as
All right.
said, my background is I am a registered nurse. So just a few tips and pointers as we all continue to venture through this time. Um, is good hand washing, frequent hand washing, and really looking into and thinking about what products you're using to wash your hands. Looking to a toxin-free type product, because remember, anything we put on our skin goes into our body, quickly absorbs into your body. So what we use at home is the On Guard foaming hand soap. So twofold, we're getting our hands clean, using the On Guard, increasing our immune support, um, which is a huge benefit. Things we've touched on throughout this is staying hydrated, drinking, they say drink your weight in ounces of water daily. So just really thinking consciously of starting your morning off with that 8 ounces of water. I love to put a drop of lemon in it and start my day that way. Helps me stay on track most times with my water intake. I always struggle with that. So making it a conscious decision. And then thinking about your rest and managing your stress. Um, I love starting my day with balance, which is one of our essential oils. It just is a great grounding oil for me. It gives me that time to reflect and to kind of plan my day ahead of myself. Um, and taking that time, I think, for yourself is essential to successfully prepare for the day and being able to care for others um, during that time. And then stopping, as I had mentioned before, um, stop to create that healthy living for your family. Plan it. Start Sunday evening off with planning the week, looking at how you're going to maintain that healthy plan and direction for the week, and remembering to use your natural essential oils um, as you continue through the week, putting those oils a place where you can use them and most benefit from their uses.
Right. So essential oils, they don't just smell good, they do good. Essential oils are good for the body, they're good for the mind, and they're from the earth. And we just wanted to take some time to share that with you today. So, in thinking about essential oils, we like to talk about what we love about oils, and we've narrowed them down to three cool things about essential oils and three ways to use essential oils. So, how to distress and stay healthy for back to school and for life is what we want to focus on. So, in thinking about essential oils, the three great things we love about essential oils are that they're safe, effective, and affordable. So I want to pass it to Steph to talk a little bit more about safety.
So that is one of the things, and I have to be honest, the safety about the doTERRA essential oils was one of the big draws for me. Um, I love that our oils are 100% natural and safe, with no side effects and no addictions. That's one thing doTERRA we really pride ourselves in is they are 100% pure. They're certified pure therapeutic grade oils. They're pure and they're potent. Um, 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs, um, which tells us we don't need to use as much to get that true effect on them. All of the oils are extracts from plants, um, with the amazing health benefits they provide. And one of the things that our company, what we assure and pride ourselves in, is we do source all of our oils from where they indigenously grow. They're not grown in some um, place that it doesn't provide the nurturing of the plant, which then will provide us the oils that we need to get those health benefits.
And thinking about the second cool thing is that they're effective. And so we want to be clear, we are never ever suggesting that one should not consult the care of their healthcare professional prior to or in lieu of using essential oils. What we will say is that many of us, or I'll speak for myself in terms of effectiveness, I lean towards my essential oils as my first line of defense prior to consulting with my medical care professional. And I found that the essential oils for me have been very effective in combating a lot of the basic concerns that I have. So, in terms of effectiveness, one of the oils that we highlight in doTERRA is our On Guard Protective Blend. This blend promotes a healthy immune function, soothes sore throats, and is very cleansing for the hands and home. And there is actually a line of On Guard products specifically designed to promote healthy immune function. And then the third cool thing is that they're affordable. When you think about the amount of money you may spend per doctor visit, per copay, per prescription, times the members of your family, that tends to add up. So having an option like essential oils in the home helps to reduce those costs, saving hundreds of dollars a year. And just to give you an example of a very common oil, you've got lavender, which many of us associate with being calming and relaxing. But did you know that lavender also calms the skin? So if you've got a cut, scrape, or burn, lavender is an oil that you can turn to help to support that by just adding it to a little bit of a carrier oil and applying it to those areas. And then lavender is also known to be an antihistamine, so diffused along with a couple of other oils, peppermint and lemon, yeah, you can help to support any environmental threats that may be coming around certain times of the year. So 3 ways to use doTERRA essential oils. Steph, what's your favorite way? Do you have a favorite way? I don't know if there is a favorite way, but
Yeah, I really have to say all three. I really gravitate to what am I needing it for at that particular point in time, and that kind of dictates how I use it. But I love the idea of being able to use the oils aromatically, twofold. You can use it aromatically through a diffuser, as you can see in the picture. The one thing I like about that is everyone benefits from it. It's not just you putting the oil in the diffuser and getting those effects. It's everyone. So it diffuses the essential oil molecules into the air, which hangs there, and we all benefit from it, which is an awesome way. And then aromatically, I like also too, you can get that quick fix if you need to, if just taking the oil and putting a drop or two in your hands, rubbing them together, and inhale and just get that pick me up for the day. So a great way to use it is aromatically.
yes. And we've also talked about using the essential oils topically. Again, because of skin sensitivities, we always recommend that you use some type of carrier oil. doTERRA has a fractionated coconut oil, which is a liquefied coconut oil, unlike what you would find at the grocery store. So applying a little bit of that into your hand along with your essential oil, rubbing your hand together and applying it to your skin or to the areas where you're needing the most support will definitely help to give you the results that you need. And then internally, and we talked about that, Stephanie talked about that a little bit before, in water, not using plastics unless they're BPA free. And then doTERRA actually has veggie caps, which with certain oils, you can literally apply the oils to the veggie caps. Um, and receive the benefits of the essential oils internally. Um, Please be sure that you read the label on your oils to ensure that it is an oil that is used that is for internal use only. And then again, likewise, when you're using essential oils under your tongue, please be sure that you are confirming that the oils that you are using are safe to be used internally. And this key, this A, T, and I, aromatic, topical, and internal, and all of the doTERRA literature will help to guide you so you will know how you can use these oils. So I'm going to quickly go through these slides in the interest of time because I know that we are just about at the end of this, but I wanted to have you just take a peek, and please feel free to snip this or screenshot this at a basic routine that you can follow if you are the homeschool teacher or the at-school teacher or for the child. So these are some things that you can do, ways you can use essential oils to support yourself as the adult. So balance is our grounding oil that you can apply first thing in the morning while diffusing that protective blend on guard, inhaling that frankincense to just continue to ground you for the day, and then relaxing with adaptive. And then for kiddos, diffusing wild orange and peppermint, which I do every single morning in my home to wake my kiddos up. And then we've got Thinker, which is an oil that helps to just stimulate. So applying that to the temple and back of the neck. And then here we go again, two of my favorites, Lavender and Breathe, diffusing it in the evening to wind down and settle down. So for teacher survival kits, these are oils that we've spoken to and about throughout these past couple of days. One of the great things I love about these oils in this context is that they are roller balls. So these are literally grab and go. I just so happen to have Rose here from my skin, but there are several others that you can see here on the screen, highlighting Intune as my oil du jour because there's so many distractions in my day. Similarly, we've got a back to school kids kit, not just for back to school, but for all of the time. So there's that for your kiddos. And then we've got supplements, as we've spoken to before. So there's the probiotic in addition to the omega-3, and then a chewable. All right, Steph, can you give us a quick lifelong vitality?
That'll be tough, but I will try to be quick. I'll be upfront. I didn't start the lifelong vitality until I was a little bit into my uses of oil, and boy, I wish I had started from the beginning. The energy and focus that I got from using lifelong vitality was tremendous. But one of the biggest things that I love about it is that doTERRA is so confident in their lifelong vitality supplement, the multivitamin supplement, that they will guarantee you 30-day money back guarantee. So if you use these for 30 days and go, not for me, they will refund your money. So that speaks pretty strongly of how they how much they believe in the lifelong vitality and how well it can support you. And as you can see, just take a quick look at all the great value that the lifelong vitality provides you. You just can't eat that volume of food in a day to get what this can support you with.
Yeah, you're right. And if you feel like you're not getting enough of this, don't fret, because we have recordings of our essential oils made easy content where we go into depth around lifelong vitality. So feel free to access that recording. So I'm just going to quickly slide through these learning spaces just because this is a beautiful space and it's a very ambitious space, but it's possible to create a space wherever you are for yourself or for your kiddo, or even if you're back at the office. So this is just information around setup routines. This is information around keeping kiddos organized. I love checklists and to-do lists for myself and for my kiddos and for my students when I was a classroom teacher. Stephanie talked about setting boundaries. So we are going to move past that. I do love this parking lot piece. So if there's a question or an issue or something that needs to be addressed, that can go into the parking lot at school or at home. It's sort of a reminder wall. And then I'm going to end it here with daily exercise because it's really important to keep our bodies moving, to keep our minds moving. And we just want you to know that in every aspect or facet of your lives, essential oils can help to support that. So thank you. Thank you so much today for joining us. We are excited to share our love of essential oils with you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to any of us on our team. Please rewatch all of our videos. There's so much to learn and more to learn today. And thank you.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, and certainly feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to talk to you more about the essential oils. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day.